ChatGPT just launched a bunch of brand new upgrades that are crazy. They launched a brand new Chrome extension and 3 different ways to use it. They launched a brand new ChatGPT voice mode, which is way better and so much more. And by the end of this video, you're going to know what all these changes are, how to use them, and why they make ChatGPT so much more powerful. So that first new update that I wanted to show you is now ChatGPT released a brand new Chrome extension that is absolutely crazy. So let's say that we come over here and we're trying to learn about something. For example, I'm going to type in something like top 5 stocks for 2026 just to try to find a blog post right here. So we can see right here this morning star. I hope that this isn't behind a paywall right here. Hopefully it shouldn't be. Okay, cool. So we have this right here. Now what we could actually do is pull up this ChatGPT Chrome extension, and this is pretty incredible for doing all different types of stuff. For example, we could come over here. We could see that this actually has full access to the internet and any file on my computer. We could actually do something like and we could see all the different things that we can now do inside of here. We could access different apps. This can access my tabs. This can access all of my different plugins. We could actually use this to record a skill, to plan something, to set a goal, files and folders. We could access our new chats, our old chats. This is pretty incredible. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add this tab right here, and I'm going to say, summarize this and turn this into a script for a 45-second video. Now, what this is actually going to do is this is going to go through, going to summarize this page, and it is actually going to do the work for me that otherwise I would have been doing inside of this tab. We can see that it's going through, it's actually thinking this, it's using the YouTube script skill, which is actually my skill that I created in order to create YouTube scripts, and this is going to turn this into a script. In the past, I would have had to manually do this. I would have had to copy and paste this into ChatGPT, but that's not what I have to do anymore. Now we can see this went through, this gave me a summary right here. I could actually read the article if I wanted to, and this goes through the script right here, which is incredible. We could see from here that we could actually fork this if we wanted to, but that's not what I want to do. The next thing I wanted to show you is how we can actually now come over here, and this right here is a 96-minute podcast, and we could say very easily, just tag this right here, and we could say, summarize this, and what this is going to do is go through and actually summarize this podcast. And I want you to think about this. This is literally going to do this in just a few seconds because it got a massive upgrade that made this way better, and this is going to summarize 96 minutes of a podcast in seconds. Now look at this. This went through, this is doing this, and not only is this summarizing this, but this is actually giving me timestamps right here. And this just made my life way easier because instead of having to watch this or listen to it for 90 minutes, this literally just gave me everything right here that was inside of this video. And something that's even cooler, if we actually come back over here, let's say that we open up a new chat and we do we could actually come over here, and I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to we can actually multiple different tabs. So let's say that you have YouTube videos open. You got things that need to be summarized open. You got all these different things open. You could actually get this to take all these things and combine them into one. In fact, this is what I did to create the script for this video. I had a bunch of different X tabs open with all the latest ChatGPT updates. I had ChatGPT's actual notes open, their release notes, and I got this to summarize all of this into this script using my YouTube skill. And that's what you're watching right now. This also makes this very easy for you to have multiple different tabs, multiple different things open, and you can actually go through your history and you could very easily see when it finishes on something because you could go to the next tab and you have ChatGPT working in that other tab, which is pretty cool. Now, the next thing I think is actually super cool here is if we actually come over here, I'm just going to pin this. We could see if this has full access. We could type in and we can actually set a goal for ChatGPT to keep pursuing. For example, I want to learn about all of the latest changes that ChatGPT made in the last 7 days. And now what this is going to do is I actually sent this as a goal, and now this is going to go through and this is actually going to pursue this goal. We could change it, we could pause it, we could edit it, but we could actually see that this is a way more powerful way to use AI because now we could literally just tell it what we want the final outcome to be and it will run off and do it instead of me having to tell it to do something. So we could see this is now going through and this is actually pursuing this goal, and this is not going to stop until this is done. And what's even cooler, so let's say that we come over here and open up a new tab, we actually have this tab still running over here. So this is pursuing a goal inside of this tab, and I can actually open up a new chat over here and do something else. For example, we could turn on plan mode. This can actually allow us to describe our task and generate a plan. We could say, I want to create a YouTube video, or not even that. I don't want to do that because that's pretty basic. I want to find the best meme coins to invest in for August 2026. Now this is in plan mode, so this isn't actually going to take any actions. Instead, what this is going to do is this is actually going to go through and generate a plan for us to be able to do this. Note, I said us, because I'm not going to be the one doing this. I'm going to have ChatGPT generate the plan. We're then going to set that as the goal, and then it will actually go through and pursue this. And again, if we come back over here, we could see this is now going through, and this actually found all of this. So in 80 seconds, this did what would have taken me a long time. So this now goes through, shows us all of the different changes that have been made with ChatGPT in the last 7 days. It could see the goal is completed. We could see how many tokens were used right here. And this is pretty cool that we can now get this to just say, hey, this is what we want to do. Go ahead and automate it. Come back over here and we see right here, record a skill. This actually allows us to record our screen, what we're doing, and this will allow us to actually create a skill out of this. This is incredibly useful if you do some long process. In fact, this is the same thing that Claude just recently released, and I would strongly suggest that you begin to do it, you begin to use it, and you begin to actually create skills out of everything you're doing on your computer. Because my prediction is that 6 to 12 months from now, you won't even be the one doing the work at your computer. I think AI is going to be doing all of it, and you going through and actually recording all these different skills is the first step for that. Now, if we come back over here, we can see that this is now going through and asking us questions. For example, how long do we expect to hold anything? I'm going to do weeks to 3 months. What outcome can you tolerate right here? I'm going to go maximum speculation. And now this is actually going to go through and give us the completed plan. And so now that we have this, here's what this actually looks like. We can click on expand plan right here, and this literally goes through the exact plan right here. And again, we could get this to actually change this right here. We could get this to implement this, but this is absolutely incredible that this can now go through, plan out entire things, and then we could set it as a goal and it will run off and do it. Now, before I get into the rest of the changes, I did want to make sure that you smash that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date on the latest and greatest changes in AI. I upload videos like this almost every single day, and you're not going to want to miss them. A few other upgrades that I did just want to quickly go through. If we actually see this, we could see lightning fast video analysis. I actually showed you this again with that 90-minute podcast. It took just a few seconds to actually go through and be able to summarize that right here. If we scroll through this a little bit more, we see that we could mention any tab. Again, I showed you that. That's how we are actually creating those scripts. And then if we come over here, the last rollout to this is going to be, you could highlight to hand off context. So this will actually be able to revisit your browser history, show how it's managed. And you could also simply just highlight things. Like I'm actually going to show this full screen. You could highlight things, and then this will actually be like, hey, this is the section, and you could get it to change things if you were using this in order to change your writing or something like that. And one thing that's great is it has full context into your history and all of that, which is incredibly powerful. Now, the next change that I did want to show you is that if we now come over into the ChatGPT desktop app, we could see that there's a brand new ChatGPT voice. If we click on start voice right here, we could see that we could actually get this to work across projects. We could get it to turn ideas into action, to keep work moving, and to pick up where we left off without micromanaging. We could get it to work across our desktop, so this can bring together our files, our apps, our connected tools from Slack and Notion to the documents that we use every day. We could get this to explore, plan, and learn, so we could use it to brainstorm ideas, prepare for a big meeting, learn something new through natural back and forth. And we could see next right here, and we could see that we can actually bring our screen into the conversation. So app shots, if you have this setting turned on, which we could see it's clearly allowing us to do right here, lets us actually use active Windows image and text when we ask about what's on screen. So I'm going to have that turned on. We could actually come over here and choose which voice we want to use. I'm going to go with start voice chat, and now we can see that this is actually live. But the big takeaway here is that I would strongly suggest that you go through and you actually begin to use this. Because basically the main thing that I want to show you here is now ChatGPT voice can actually control your computer, can control your plugins, can control your browser. And this just makes this way more powerful because you could use it everywhere that you go. If we actually come over into my settings right here and we come into show pet, we could see that we can now actually chat with this pet. So basically, no matter where I am, let's say I'm on X right here, this pet's always here and I could always chat with it. Basically, this allows me to use ChatGPT from wherever I'm at, which is pretty cool. Again, I don't know why they named it pets. I would have just had to be like ChatGPT everywhere or something like that. But again, pretty cool that it's actually able to do that. So now ChatGPT is all over your computer. You could use it with voice mode from anywhere. If you're on the internet, you could use it inside of that Chrome extension. And this really just makes ChatGPT a lot stronger. Now, another change that I did want to actually show you before I show you the new way that you need to make sure that you're prompting ChatGPT to actually get the best results is that ChatGPT actually made their pricing much better if you're one of the people that's using the API. So now if we come down here, we could see that this actually started 2 days ago, but starting July 30th, API pricing is $2 per million input tokens and $12 per million output tokens for Terra. And there's 20 cents per million input tokens and $1.20 per output tokens for Luna. And then Sol pricing remains unchanged, but they did actually release a brand new version of Sol, which is going to be a little bit more expensive, but it's 2 times faster without losing any of its power. On top of that, ChatGPT released some new features that you need to make sure are turned on. Inside of your settings, you want to make sure higher intelligence, enable ultra effort, and enable dictation. You want to make sure that all of these are on right here. If we come over to Cloud Browser, you want to make sure that this is also set up correctly so that you'll be able to get the most out of it. And if we come over to voice right here, you want to make sure that under intelligence that you have this however you want it to be. If you want it to just give you instant answers and have it not be awkward, have instant on. But if you want this to be able to give you the best results, especially if you're one of those people, it's going to have it controlling your computer. You're really going to be using it as high as you can. You want this to be high. In addition to that, under model, you can also change this from live to advanced to standard. I would strongly suggest that you're messing around with this if you're going to be a power user of ChatGPT voice. And please don't forget that now if you click on plugins on the left-hand side, you can connect ChatGPT to any app that has an MCP server, and you could also go through and create custom skills for ChatGPT to actually be able to go through and repeat tasks over and over again. Basically, it's an SOP for ChatGPT. Now, the next thing you need to make sure that you stop doing on ChatGPT is using basic prompts, because ChatGPT doesn't like those anymore. For example, let's say we're in ChatGPT work and we wanted this to create a blog post about AI agents. What we don't want to do is type in something like this, create a blog post about AI agents, because yes, this will create us a blog post. It'll probably write it pretty good. It'll even do research good, but this isn't going to be an actual prompt that is going to yield the results that you want. We could see that this did this very quickly, but literally all this is doing right here is writing the blog post. It's actually way more that goes into this, but we wouldn't know that because we gave it a bad prompt right here. Instead, what I would strongly suggest that you do is use the My Prompt Buddy prompt optimizer right here. This allows you to choose what kind of prompt you actually want to use. In addition to that, you could actually create shortcuts. So if there are prompts that you use all the time, you could create that here so that you could easily be able to access it, paste it in ChatGPT, and then get back to your work. But if we actually come over here, we could see our current prompt, and our ideal output is a 1,000 word well-researched blog post that includes a header image and images throughout the blog post. And then we could actually click on optimize prompt right here. And what this is actually going to do is give us a way better prompt. Now, if we open up a new window right here, remember, this is what we got initially. If we open up that new window and we use this new optimize prompt right here, what we're going to get is going to be way better, because we could see that this goes through the situation, this goes through the task, this goes through the objective, this goes through the knowledge, and we could even improve it further if we wanted to, but I think that this is perfect. And now this is going to go through and actually create a way better result. Now we can see that this has given us a totally different output. We still have our blog post right here, but this also went through and actually created all of the different image prompts for what are going to show here. And we could see we've got all the text. And if we actually look at the outputs right here, we could see that this also created all of these different images that we'll be able to actually add in here, which is pretty incredible. We've got these different images that are going to get added directly into the blog post. So basically, we got a way better response. Why? Because we used a way better prompt. And And this is exactly why I use the My Prompt Buddy Chrome extension every single time that I go to create any type of prompt in ChatGPT. And the best part about My Prompt Buddy is you could go to the pinned comment below and get started with it today for free. This tool is an absolute no-brainer. It's going to help you get way better results from ChatGPT and allow you to never lose a prompt that you love ever again. So go to that pinned comment below, get started with it today for free.